Hi guys, welcome back to day number 12 of the 30-day practice blueprint. Today, we're going to kind of build off yesterday. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about storytelling. And then after you tell a story, you're gonna connect with patients. They're gonna give you their case story after they've had a good result, and you're gonna then ask them for a review. So this is what I want to go over: different topics of how to like 10x your reviews. These are things that I actually do in the office. Like in everything that I'm talking about here, this isn't just theory that I've heard about. These are things that I'm actually doing in the practice every day. That kind of works for me, and it might work for you, might not. If you guys have other things that work better for you, please put it in the comments so we can help everyone else. Once again, my goal here is to provide more than most people charge for. So this is free, at least for now. And put your comments down there. So asking for reviews. Let me just kind of go through when I do this. So when I ask for reviews are when people have a good experience. Usually it's not the first visit. So usually the first visit, I try to wow them, send them a lot of patient education information, things like that. If they have a really good result, let's say, doc, I'm really pleased. How can I thank you? I say, Mrs. Jones, you can thank us in two ways. One, send all the other friends just as nice as you to the office. And then the second thing is, if you would please give us a review online, because so many of our patients come in because of online reviews. And they say, well, how do I do that? And then I'll say, then I'll go through the process. The other time I ask for reviews is after I do that case study. Let's say they had a really good result, or I'm going to document that case study. I say, would you mind giving me an online review for this? So we have to ask them. So asking is the best way of doing it, and then making it easy for them. This is when I'll talk about a few things that you can do. Okay. First thing is you can get a little business card, and you can put a QR code with specific links, especially like to Google. Google is king, so your Google link would go on that card. A simple way is you could actually take your business card. This is my business card, and you could put something on the back with a QR code, little stamp. That would be the easiest thing. They just scan the QR code or a link, and they could do that. That would be really easy. They wouldn't forget it. Okay, that's one way. You could get a custom card. I'm going to show you something called a review card in a second, and I'll put a link here underneath here about that review card. Okay, for you. That's the first thing. The other thing is what you can do is you can automate this. So what we have is our website. When someone makes an online appointment, after the appointment, they automatically sends them an email, say, hey, how did we do? And if we did a good job, it'll ask them, would you mind doing an online review? If we did a bad job, it'll go to my office manager. So it's not going to put reviews for bad things. That's kind of a neat thing. Your computer or your online booking system might be able to do that, or your website should be able to do that if you ask them. So that's something they can do for you. The next thing would be orchestrating it. Okay, the way we orchestrate it is every time I send out patient education information, they get a link to this. Okay, and I'll walk you guys through that in a second, how I do that with something called Patient Education Genius. And then the last thing would be an intentional way, and that's where you get a business card or you send them to a specific link on your website. Okay, so I'm going to do a deep dive into this. And tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you also how to use these reviews. Like you got the reviews, now what? People are going to Google them. What else can you do with it? So I'm going to talk about different ways of doing stuff with these reviews. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. So this is an example of my Google place. So I send this exact link to my patients, this one right here. And they say, they give me a review, they can put a picture in here, things like that. How do I get here? Well, if you have Google your name, okay, on Google Maps, this is where I am at. And then when they come here, there's this little button that says reviews. Okay, there's 304 reviews. And if you click that, you hit write review. Now this, I'm able to get this by copying and pasting this thing up here. Okay, that's how I get that. So that's how you do it. That's how, and you can send them directly to that link. So it automatically, you hit right click and you can just save that. Okay, you can save that actual link so they can do that. Okay, that's the easiest way. You send them a link directly to that. How do you send that link? Well, I use something called Patient Education Genius. I'll show you that in a second. That's one way. Another way is you put something on your website. So this is what I do on my website. So I have two things. I have Dr. Pelto, which is like my blog, so I can update it easily, and then I have my actual website. So I'll show you both. So on my blog, it's called drpelto.com/reviews. And it says here, thank you for being my patient. You know, today that many patients come into the office due to online reviews. The more I have, the more people like you I can help. Can I ask you a favor? Everyone likes to do a favor for people. Please click the links below one at a time and give a review of your experience with me. Please be honest, as this helps other patients when they read your reviews. In case you don't know what to write, here are some tips. Share your experience of what you had, what you came in with, and what you're doing now. That's that case study that I just went over. Share about a specific treatment and how it helped you. Share your journey up to now and what's helped you. And write beforehand and copy and paste it in the different sections. That's going to make it easier for the patient. So they write it once, they can copy and paste it, so they don't have to do it every time. So I have links here to Google first. Why? Because that's king, WebMD, Health Grades, Yelp, and then a video. This is something kind of cool. You guys can copy this if you want, just hack it. Just go to my website there and learn how to do it. But basically they can upload a video. This is for a video testimonial for a patient. So that's kind of a cool thing. On our actual website, this is our Central Massachusetts website, there is a testimony link. And when you click that, you can see that we've had 1,100 testimonials. So when patients come in, they'll either be sent to Google or they'll be sent here, and kind of alternates back and forth. And so here are these actual testimonies that we have here of myself and the other staff and Dr. Saviat and things like that. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, if they want to share their feedback, once again, you can share this link as well. This is a link and you can choose where they went to and then who was the doctor that they saw. And then once you have that, then they can put information in here. Okay, that's how they share their link. But we send something similar to this directly to them after they come into the office. That's kind of a cool feature. Another way of doing it is something through called Patient Education Genius. This is what I use. It integrates this by asking for reviews. So let me show you, there's a couple ways it does this. The first way is when I log in to Patient Education Genius, okay, this is the information that I have, all this information that I can send to my patients, okay? And so part of it, I usually send them this welcome packet that I've told you guys about before, and then reviews. So reviews, I put here, thank you for your online review. And that's there. I don't want to tell them too much stuff, but with the way I do it here is I can just send it. And so I'll send it to donpelto@gmail. That's my Gmail account. And when it sends it to the Gmail account, it goes pretty quick, okay? And once it goes to me, I'll show you what this looks like in my Gmail. But before I go there, I just want to show you, this is something else I found called review.cards. It's kind of a neat way for your office. You could have a direct link. You could probably do this on your own with a shortened email link and then a QR code, and it'll go directly to this. Or you could just have someone print these off for cheap money, and you could just give this to the patients, asking them for a review. I think if they leave with something, it's a little bit better. Even if you write like, give me a review, they leave something, they'll remember that. If it goes to the email, they can very easily ignore that, okay? So let me go here to, you can see what it shows up with in my Gmail, okay? So within Gmail, you have to be patient here. Don't look at all my emails, okay? Here it is, Central Massachusetts Podiatry. Dr. Donald Pelto, Central Mass, has sent you a message. So this is what they send out to you. It's a message. It has my beautiful face here, and it has something that says, I have 2 health education materials. So when I hit view message, okay, it has this message. And the kind of the neat thing about this, it's twofold. One is that it has the information, my welcome packet and my online review, but also it has a way you can rate me right here. Here are my Amazon resources. Here are my YouTube videos. And here is HIPAA compliant texting that we have in the office. So all that stuff is right underneath here. This is kind of a cool thing. My favorite part though, before I go share this with you, thank you for being a patient. Did you have a positive experience? If I say yes, then what it's going to do, would you mind leaving Dr. Pelto a positive review? And if they click here, what it's going to do, it's going to go to that exact place right here, and it's going to allow them to do a review. Okay, so they just click review and they could give me a review. Okay, so that's how that works. It's kind of a cool thing, isn't it? And then also here is a copy of the welcome packet. When they do this, it actually goes to this welcome packet that I was telling you about, that 247 mammoth. I'm going to go over this another day, but kind of what everything is in here. And then they also get a review online. So this is the other review page that I have, and it's that same one that I just showed you. So those are a couple of options that you can do to get online reviews. You can make it automatic. I think that's the key. And what we're going to do tomorrow is like, so you got all these reviews. How do you use them? And I'm going to show you some great ways of using these reviews tomorrow. Okay, guys. Once again, if you have any comments, you want more information, put it underneath here. Put a comment, please. Even if you just love this stuff, put a comment. But if you want more stuff, let me know because I can add this to the course. And also, if you found this beneficial and you want to, and you send it to a friend, I will send you a special bonus. I think you're going to like it. Okay, so please refer a friend, 1 or 20 or however many you want. Okay, this would be, I wish I had this when I was starting out. Okay, guys, thanks.